Hi guys, it's your boy Gadgetman 404 here. I'm trying to look at the camera, not looking at the phone screen. And yeah, basically Boris Johnson has put in the UK on a bit of a sort of lockdown. All non-essential shops are to be closed. The only shops that are going to be left open are supermarkets, pharmacists, obviously petrol stations, and that's about it. You're allowed out once a day to exercise. There's no time limit on that, so you could go out for a bike ride for the day. You know, you could go out for like 4 hours, do a bike ride, you know, do about 40-50 miles. It's not said, oh well, you can't go far or how long you can go for, so that is a bit unclear. Schools and all that have been closed for just over a week now, or no, they closed last Friday? It's only Monday, so yeah, this is the first week that school closures are taking effect. I'm back to work tomorrow. The only kind of people that can leave the house are going to and from work, and then also someone that's got to go to do like food shopping, but he doesn't want you to be going every day. He wants you to go in as less times as possible, so perhaps once to twice a week. These measures are going to going to be in place for 3 weeks. Then they will review that again to see if the numbers are going down, because if you've probably seen it on the news and in the papers that loads of people went to the beach and to country parks. Now country parks are still staying open. Yesterday there were some country parks like National Trust are closing all their kind of sites, but the council run parks, I believe, are to stay open. You are not to be having group meetings with more than 2 people, unless it's your family. So you can, I think one of the things is you can go out for exercise with your family. So obviously most people have got more than one child, and if they're mum, dad, 2 kids, well that's 4 people. But you're not supposed to go and meet your friends and go out and then there'll be more than 4 people, because they're 4 different people. Whereas when it's with your family, well, if you've been together all the time, then there shouldn't be any reason why you are all infected. If you were showing any signs of infection, then none of you would be going out, because then you have to stay in isolation for the 14 days. So as long as none of you are showing any signs of of the coronavirus, i.e. runny nose, sore throat, persistent dry cough, temperature, then you wouldn't be leaving the house anyway. So you are allowed to leave the house with your family and all stay together, but not to go out and meet other people, because you don't know if they've got it or been in contact with someone that has had it or has carried it to them, because this virus needs a host to live, which is you, the body. It lives in you and then it spreads to someone else, but it doesn't leave you when it spreads to someone else. It still stays in you, and then it spreads to them and them and them and them and them and them and them. So this has just come out. The news in the UK was put on like a special thing at, I think it was 8:30. So I'm just putting my thoughts on what I think. Now, you guys may or may not be aware, I'm a drone flyer. My channel is predominantly drone related, flights, tutorials, mods, reviews on how to do this, how to do that, etc, etc. But with the 14-day isolation thing that I've been under, even though I could have gone out, because exercise, I haven't flown in those 14 days. But because they're saying potentially you're allowed to go out for exercise, well, I could bike ride to some site where I know there is not going to be anybody, so potentially I'm not breaking the curfew because I'm exercising, I'm using my push bike, so that's the reason why I'm going out. And then also, while I'm out, I could potentially fly my drone somewhere where I know there isn't going to be anybody, because that's mainly the reason why I go to these kind of places that I go to, because I know the chances of me meeting the general public is very small, and I will just be even more careful that I will go somewhere where I know there isn't going to be anybody. So I've got a few places in mind. I can push bike it to these sites. There isn't going to be anybody there, so I'm not breaking this don't go out and meet groups of people, because I won't be meeting groups of people. There will just be me on my own where there'll be nobody, and then I'm not spreading it to them and they're not passing it on to me, because I'm not going to meet anyone. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that that is a responsible thing to do? I don't have it. I've been in isolation for up to 14 days now since I got back from Italy, and I've not experienced and shown any signs of the virus, so I'm pretty sure I am clear from the virus. I haven't had a temperature. I've had a sniffle, but I had a sniffle before I went. I don't have a sore throat, don't have a cough. But am I being responsible by thinking of doing what I'm doing? Because I don't want to spread it to some people. I could be a carrier and I don't know I've got it, and I could spread it. But I'm not going to spread it, because I'm going to go where there is no one there. You know, the places that I go to, there's normally me and my friend. That's the biggest number, 2. I think you're allowed to go in groups of 2. But it's got to be, well, no, more than 2, but from the same family. You can't go 2 different families, because they're trying to stop it spreading from one family to another family. So that's how I understand the guidance, the guidelines of what Boris was talking about. But have your say, guys. Am I being responsible by thinking like this? I can go out on a bike for an hour or 2 on my own and fly my drone. Who am I going to spread it to if I was a carrier and I didn't realise? The trees, wildlife, there is no one going to be there. I deliberately go to abandoned places, so there is no one. But have your say. Please have your say, and give me a thumbs up if you like this content. Literally, I haven't rigged up my decent Sony a6000 or my Panasonic camcorder or my 4K action cam. I'm recording this on my phone, LG G5. It does record in 5K, but I don't know what setting this is at, to be fair. But it looks pretty good, and the lighting, the lighting is up there, so that's why I've moved the phone away, so I'm not having like a halo glowing on the top of my head. But what do you guys think on these measures that the government have brought into effect as from tonight? I'm looking out the street, and I normally do see the odd person walking around, and it is dead. I know it's 9:45, 10 o'clock or whatever, but there's nobody outside. So maybe they're listening for the first time. Maybe they're irresponsible people that were doing the beach thing are going to take heed this time. But leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell on YouTube, and you'll be updated on new uploads. And yeah, just have your say. What do you guys think? This is a conversation I think we need to have, and other people need to do videos similar to this. And what do you guys think? Do you think what the government are saying to do is a reasonable request? I believe it is, and I believe he could screw it down even more. Like in France, you have to have a letter if you leave the house to say why you're leaving the house. The police can give you a fine, and somebody got arrested on the Isle of Man or Isle of Wight because he was told on the airport by the air cabin crew that when he was to land the hotel, he had to stay in the hotel, and he didn't, and I believe he was arrested over it. And he's the first person to get arrested, and he was from the UK, so of course it's not giving a good impression of us around the world. But that's it, guys. I've been Gadget Man 404. You guys have been amazing, and I will see you in the next amazing adventures with the Mavic Mini, the Rise Tello, and the Trusty Zeno. Reviews, tips, trips, tutorials. Hit that bell icon on YouTube and you'll be updated when I upload. And yeah, if you want to see more stuff, let me know. Gadget Man 404 out. Cheers, guys. Keep safe and fly safe. Gadget Man 404 out.